Good morning and good afternoon and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the channel again. My name is Rivka. We've been doing together the lovely wisdom from the toolkit of the spirit wheel. And today we are going to do the human figure. But before we do that, I would like to recap some of the stuff that we have done before. So just in case you just came in today and that's the first time you're with us, so the spirit wheel is a shamanic toolkit with a lot of information, allowing us as we are working through it. And I'm saying allowing only because many times when you learn something, it's asking you to do only what it gives you, while with the spirit wheel, from the beginning, the information was used. Everything that's out there, being a shaman is using everything that you are capable of using, as long as you're doing it with love in your heart and for the goodness of yourself, your people, the environment, the planet, universe, and so forth. So what we did learn, we first learned about the light and the three layers. So imagining ourselves as a candle, seeing the emotional layer, the mental layer, and the spiritual layer, knowing that our physicality is like the wick of the candle, and the others take the color of what you see around the candle, more or less, which is that bluey thing, which is your emotional layer, and the pinkish, depends what your eyesight is like, and that's your mental layer, and then that light that shines out is your spiritual layer. We also learned about the figure eight, where we open up that light that we just talked about and create like a circle around us and a circle around the other person or the video or the computer or the supermarket or whatever. And then we are in a figure eight. Therefore, we get the information and the energy through that movement of a figure eight, rather than everything being right in our faces, or we are being in the face of someone else, and therefore there's that conflict because there's a power struggle. We also learn about the elements, the earth, fire, water, and air, which is our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and learning a little bit how to work with it. Later on, we're going to do a karmic release, and we usually use the earth, fire, water, air, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual as a reference to our karmic release. We also learned about holding pulse, which is holding two pulses at the same time on our body, finding the pulse which is not our heartbeat pulse, but our fascia movement through our body, our lymphatic movement, that energy, moisture that goes through our body and has its certain pulse. And when you feel that, it should have that pulse everywhere around the body in the same way. When it does it, that's when we have a blockage, a lump, a pain, a bruise, something. And that by holding the two pulses, we can bring it together to create a better balance. We also learned about the mama points on our body that came from a Reiki knowledge, and then the mama point on the earth, which I got one time as a channeling, and I wrote it all down with the help of Kate and Peter. The wave, we learn about the wave, which are lymphatic points. And the wave is our seeing not just with our eyes, but with our intuition, with our body, with our third eye, with our everything that we have. We can see through our hands, we can see through our feelings. We learn about the spirit, which is the connection between the worlds. We learn about dolphin, which comes from love. That's where we have the karmic release and the connection between things. The kangaroo, which was our flexibility in body, in mind, in spirit, the need to be flexible, the need to learn how to be flexible with all those different layers. We learn about the fish with the soul retrieving, respect, honor is the fish, And last we learned about the water bird, which is, the word is understanding. It's balance between the worlds, between this world and the next world. So that's a little bit of a recap of everything we have done up to today. I have little posts, short ones with little things that I was trying to get people to pay attention to. So how to make different things, and I will keep doing that. We'll when we finish all the tokens, we are going to do a little workshop of how to make flower essences. We're also going to do a little workshop on how to make tinctures that both connects to the kangaroo. But today we're going to talk a little bit about the human figure. And the human figure in the spirit wheel is connected to our kidney meridian, the third chakra. Its time is between 5 to 7 p.m. And the figure represents the self in the physical form only. The human has the ability to think things through and to plan ahead and to imagine. Imagination is something that no other thing has on this planet. It's something that we have that's so connected to our soul. It's so connected to who we are, the ability to imagine, the ability to think and create and plan. Those are the things that are very, very special to humans and what makes us special in the universe. The other thing is, of course, our free will. And those things together create strength that's beyond anything else. There's no magic that can withstand that. In the end, we could, when we're weak, it can affect us and all sorts of, but in the end, if we really are in balance, we can change, we can fly, we can do things that are unbelievable because we have that ability to think, to plan, to imagine. Self-awareness. That's the human. A human is a builder, a creator. And in the present and the physical world, it has the ability to think things through and plan ahead. The fire within generates heat. It moves and it shakes. Now, remember, that's only that token. That's what it represents. It doesn't mean that that's the only thing we have. As the reason I did all the recap is to remind you that each token has its own strength. And we're working with the wheel. We're working with all of them together in the end. The idea is that we try to develop everything all the time. And we move from one to the other. And sometimes when we need healing, we have to use one energy and not the other. Sometimes we need to use 2 or 3 energies together, or 5 or 6 energies together. And that's fine. There is a relationship between each token to the others, and that there is a development in it. The idea of this way of doing it, that doing those, like what we are doing now, that little workshops of 10 minutes each time, is just to bring within yourself and within me and within the world the reminder that it exists, and the need to be to go and search more, to go and try and develop it within yourself, to get an understanding, to be awakened, to allow yourself to imagine, to allow yourself to see that it's all here, and also to get permission to yourself to go and become who you're supposed to be, to become the person that you came here to be. You came to this planet to be something, to do something. Maybe not just one, many things. But you need to be open and aware and accept that there is a reason, and not be a follower and just believe what's out there. There is so much more. Okay, so for today's little session, we are going to do what we call a standing meditation. It's, again, one of those things that you develop. And what I'd ask you to do, if you can, is to be barefooted. That's always nice. Or if you can't be barefooted, wear something on your feet that is not rubber, so you can connect. Remember, even if you're on the 50th floor and the 20th floor, the 100th floor, up above somewhere, you can connect to the earth because you have imagination. You can imagine standing on the earth and then you're connected. The idea of taking your shoes off or putting shoes that are don't have rubber on them, because it helps us, it clicks something within us. The energy can flow better. And yes, it's you need to imagine you're outside if you're not able to be outside. Now you stand with your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders, with the knees a little bit relaxed. They don't have to be bent, but they can't be rigid. They have to be soft. And then concentrate on your belly button. Breathe in and out with your ribs stretching out like an accordion. So the air you take in goes all the way into your lungs. And at the same time, you concentrate on your belly button. You can even put your hand on it. Just feel it. That concentration on the belly button keeps you in the present, keeps you grounded. Now give your body permission to move in any way it feels safe. So if you feel suddenly that you want to bend a little bit to one side, feel it. Allow your head to be a little bit heavier. Allow whatever movement the body wants to do, knowing that there is a safety in that center. So if you feel like your body is trying to stretch too far and you feel, oh, I don't want to go that far, all you have to do is go center. And you go back to that center. And you try again and see how much you can allow it to do what it wants to do. To relax forward or side, to allow your neck to stretch a bit with no tension. It's just your body doing what it needs to do to let go of tension. And sometimes it takes you to very strange movements. But that's okay. Allow it to do it. Remember that there's safety in the center when you need it. If you go too far back or if you feel a bit dizzy, just go center and just back to center. Feel the sensation. Trust that your body knows the limits of its ability. Let it move and shift until it takes you back to that center. At any stage, if you want to stop, focus on the bottom of your feet and your belly button. Breathe. Say to yourself, center. When you're ready, open your eyes. Look at your surrounding. Relax. See if you can see the world through more relaxed eyes. Repeat that anytime. It's a really good one to do if you sit in a car for a long time, or if you've been sitting in front of a computer for a long time, or any other, when your body is under stress or feel tight. It helps you let go. I will put that piece of paper, the copy of it, in the post. As usual, I'd love you to share it, comment, like, always good. Subscribe if you're first seeing this. Go back and look at the others that we've done. Remember, we are here together. This world is our world, and we need to love it. We need to see it with eyes of no tension, no fear. If we work on ourselves, if we are the way we would like the world to be, we influence everything around us. And sometimes that's all we can do. Other time, we might have the strength or the power or the ability to be part of a movement or to be out there doing something more. But if you can't, the fact that you're doing the inner work, the fact that you are having a moment in your life, even if it's 1 minute a day, of center, of relaxing, of seeing something beautiful, of looking at the flower or how the leaves are moving in the wind, or listening to everything that is around. I mean, a lot of the time the noise is so loud, but then if you concentrate, you can actually hear other things in it as well. And by opening that ability to hear, you actually give balance to the world and give strength to those beautiful moments, those beautiful calls of birds, wings of a butterfly, a noise of a cicada or a caterpillar walking on a grass. Anything. You are here to do good. Love you lots. Sending you all my love. We'll see you soon. And thank you.